Alright, so we got a new function, the recruit function. So basically what Miller was saying is that we can no longer kidnap well, we shouldn't kidnap people from the field because it's not very pragmatic. But we still are able to kidnap dudes, but we have a little better option right here, and that's you're going to be able to recruit more people into the unit by using volunteers. But we're going to go into outer ops and see how our teams have been doing since the last time we checked on them. Delta has returned. Have you whooped any ass, Delta? Yes, they have. It was a two-man squad. Well, maybe it wasn't a two-man squad. It's been a while since I played this. It was a four-man squad. 2 men survived. 2 men got sent to the sick bay. What's going on with Team Alpha? 7 men went, and they gave me the... Okay, not even gonna try that. And we got a camouflaged, a anti-aircraft rocket launcher. Team Bravo, did you give me what I wanted? Shotgun shells plus a victory. Team Charlie, did you give me what I wanted? One guy went down. We got some smoke rounds, and we still have not gotten the design specs for that damn machine gun. So I'm gonna organize that a little bit later. But let's go on into recruit, and I'm gonna show you how this works. Alright, so we can recruit volunteers to MSF. That's what we're gonna do right now.
Looks like our reputation is spreading. We've got battle-hardened veterans from all kinds of places trying to join our army. But they insist on testing your skills to see if you're the real deal before they'll join. Let's put these arrogant upstarts in their place. Take them down using hand-to-hand strikes or CQC. If you can knock them all out within the time limit, they'll join us, becoming powerful allies. Don't disappoint them, boss. Show them what you got.
Reporting for duty.
Alright, so this is the best way to get higher ranked soldiers. Now, what you can do in this, well, I guess this volunteer recruitment is you can CQC guys, you can toss them, and you can jab them up, punch, kick combo, and when you knock them out, they join your unit. And like I said, this is the best way to get the highest ranked soldiers to join your unit. But you see, we only have one guy here. You get a whole lot more guys if you start to play online. Alright, and like many of the other extra ops, this one isn't graded, so it doesn't matter how you perform on this mission. Now, what I've seen in extra ops, well, the volunteer extra ops, you can repeat this extra op 3 different times. Now, you can repeat this mission 3 different times, the soldier search, and you'll get 3 different MSF entrance exams. We don't need to hear that again. And we're just gonna launch straight into this. Now you can do this 3 different times, and you'll be able to play this mission 3 different times in between your main ops and your other extra ops that you get from the mission selector screen. But if you play online, instead of getting one guy here, you'll be able to get multiple dudes. And I'm not talking about playing versus ops. I'm talking about playing the co-op missions, doing the missions, the extra ops, and the main ops. You do them in co-ops, and you get more than one guy around here. Alright, so we took 2 guys down, and I'm probably going to just head back into the main MSF. I'm going to head back to Mother Base, because you pretty much got the gist of the entrance exams for MSF and how the recruit function works. So we're going to head back into Mother Base, get our team organized, and then we will go into R&D, see if we can do anything with R&D, and then launch another mission, because we pretty much got the gist of how recruit works. Alright, so you see we get these guys from the recruit program, and now we're going into, I think these were the last 2 dudes that we got from, yeah, these are 2 volunteer soldiers, and as you can see, they are the highest rank. And the further you get along in the main ops, the higher rank these guys will be. And that's the best way to increase your unit, is getting those guys from recruit. So every time you come back from a main op or an extra op, you definitely want to go into recruit. So the way I figure it I will go into, after I come back from a mission, I'll go into checking my outer ops stats. I'll do my staff, I'll organize my staff, I'll get some R&D done, and then off screen, I'll do some recruit, and I'll reorganize outer ops, and then when we come back, we can see how that fared out for me. Because I kind of want to show the results of what's going on without having to do the very tedious, well, in my opinion, the way I do it, rather, very tedious way that I kind of organize my unit, and it does take quite a while. So we're gonna get these guys up into their units. Got a bunch of commandos, and you're an engineer, so you're gonna go into R&D team. So let's organize our GMP stuff we gotta go with right here. We've got everything level 2, so there's no new weapons to develop, so we're just gonna go right here. Actually, this FIM 43 needs to be developed. We just got that from beating that helicopter. We'll go with some grenades, and we only got 12,000 left, so we'll save that. Now I'm gonna go back, get the last guy, because we only did the recruit option twice, so you can do it 3 times. So I'm gonna go and do that. I'm gonna go into outer ops, and then we will launch another mission. Alright, so we have a couple of side ops, well, extra ops, and the next main op to head for the lab. But before we go and do that, we're going to do some of these extra ops. Kind of like to do them in somewhat of order. I think we only have 2. That's this item capture and the obstacle. Let's do the obstacle demolition.
Clear the rubble in the cloud forest that's blocking our advance. Some C4 could make short work of it. If you succeed, our efforts in this area will be made that much easier.
Alright, so let's get started. MSF soldiers only. When I went into extra ops, I put all my guys into those units. So we're gonna go with our boy Alligator, and we're gonna use that snake
survival.
We're gonna use that snake jungle fatigue that we unlocked not too far back. I know we unlocked the sneaking suit, but I kind of like to use snake the first time that we get those sneaking suits. So let's talk to Miller about destroying this obstacle.
You'll be using C4 for demolition. As you might imagine, it's going to make a big noise when it detonates. For your own safety, make sure you put plenty of distance between yourself and the C4 before detonating it.
Funny story about this, I absolutely blew myself up the first time I did this obstacle demolition mission. Look at these suckers lying in wait, waiting for me to come through and bust them. Alright, so this is pretty much the same area that we came through already. Get that confidential document for those magazine layouts. Let's see if we can get these suckers. And again, we want to bring them back to unit. Bring everybody that we possibly can. So you come with me, you little fool. You and your brother over here that's taking a nap. And I like this snake camo. It's got a high index in the
Bolton
ruins.
recovery helicopter is complete.
But I pretty much don't...
Bolton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
But I pretty much don't use it in the ruins because after you pick up the sneaking suit, you really don't need to use any other kind of jungle fatigues. Unless that's your playstyle, and that's how you want. You want to have extra
Bolton
slots.
recovery helicopter is complete.
But once you get the sneaking suit, you really don't need anything else. It's very good. You might need the battle fatigues for those armored vehicle battles and those AI battles, but you don't need the jungle fatigues that much, and unless that's the way you absolutely want to play, like I am in this mission. I gotta be careful with this dude. Last time I came, he almost got me again. Last time I came through here, gave me a wanna love, you little sucker. Nah, you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing.
Where are they?
You look behind him. Take your stupid ass to sleep, man. Why are you looking behind you? You damn fool. And I think there's one more dude around this corner right here. Laying in wait like a sucker. Laying in wait like a sucker. I'm not even gonna shoot you. I'm gonna zap your ass up. Get zapped up. Get some. So the area where Snake went to fight the helicopter is blocked off. We gotta go the other way. So Snake is on the other side of this wall right here.
That pile of rubble's in the way, but some C4 should make short work of it.
Alright, let's do it. Like, I stood too close to that thing and I blew it up the
You're
first
done
time I
with that
played
area.
this game.
Head for the goal.
I blew it up and I killed myself. So Snake is over here. He's gonna be coming from that area after beating the helicopter. So while he's facing the helicopter, we're doing this mission. That's why I like to say,
Mission complete. The folks back at Mother Base will be thrilled.
and that's why I like to play this game in that all tab, because I feel that's the chronological order of the events that are happening in this game. And we got that mission passed. I absolutely took my time doing that mission. I wasn't even thinking about getting an S rank, so we'll take that A rank. Not really concerned about that. Alright, so we got those specs for the magazine. We used our boy Alligator, his parameters are increasing. We got guys discharged from the sick bay, new members joining the unit. Everything's looking good. Let's check on our boys in outer ops. Let's see how everything is going. Team Echo's back. The two guys I put in that unit did their damn thing, got the cardboard box. Now, a lot of the times, the items that you get after clearing some of these extra op missions are just ammo from things you already have. You won't always get new items. A lot of the time, I'll get items that I already have. Oh my god. It looks like we won this battle, but a lot of our guys got sent to the sick bay. Well, that was Team Delta. This is Team Charlie. Team Delta got hammered, and it looks like I lost Team Charlie. Team Charlie, whatever they did, yeah, they got taken down. It's looking ugly. 6 guys got sent to the sick bay, and 2 guys died. I'm not feeling too good about that. Team Bravo fared a little bit better, or was that Team Alpha? What happened? What team got? Team Charlie got annihilated. I lost a couple guys in Team Bravo. That's not looking good. It's not looking good. Team Alpha was pretty stacked with a lot of my mechs, but yeah, because a lot of our guys went to sick bay and a lot of our guys died. We were really down on GMP, so we need to get a lot of these guys in the waiting room to this combat unit. A lot of these guys were the dudes that I kidnapped in that helicopter battle. That's why they got such great combat skills. Well, C rank combat skills. Better than a lot of the guys I have in my unit. Finally, we're back positive in our GMP. Let's get some mechanics so we can develop some more stuff. Got those rations, spicy curry, got those good eats. Scout, get your scouty ass over here. And I think there's one dude that I didn't really go over. When I did the last recruitment, the last MSF entrance mission, the extra op for that damn, what do you call it again? Those recruit missions. When I did the last one, there was a 3rd guy that I got, and I'd like to showcase him, but I completely forgot, so I'll do that next time if I can remember. I probably won't be able to. Let's get those magazines developed. Got 20,000, and we'll go with those spicy curries. Actually, we'll go with the ration. Level 3 ration, we don't have enough. Never mind. We don't have enough for that either. We don't have shit. We can develop the Walkman, but I don't really use that, so we're gonna save the GMP. Wait till our guys get out of sick bay, and we're pretty much set up. So I'm gonna go back into recruit, get some more dudes, hit out our ops, and I'll see y'all in the mission selection screen. Alright, so we just got done with the obstacle demolition mission. Let's do the item capture.
Let's get this mission started. Complete the mission and proceed to the Fulton recovery point so we can get you back alive and well. Good luck out there.
Alright, so I kind of want to talk to our boy Huey, get to know a little bit more about him. So we're going to talk to him about electronic cigarettes.
Hey, Doc, what was that you were smoking in the lab? It looked like a cigarette, but it wasn't lit.
Oh, it's an electronic cigarette. I designed it myself. Pretty neat, huh?
Electronic cigarette.
Yep, a liquid in the filter that turns into vapor, and you inhale the microparticles.
So that was vapor.
I'd actually rather be smoking normal cigarettes, but not in that room. The smoke would wreck the precision equipment in there, ruin all its wiring. But the vapor is just steam. It doesn't contain tar or anything like that. So I can smoke it in the lab with no worries.
Nice.
Want to try one?
Nah, I'll stick with cigars.
Yeah, but
I don't like imitations. The real thing's always better.
Okay. But you know, sooner or later, smoking's gonna become very unfashionable across the world. It hurts you and those around you. Electronic cigarettes might not seem so bad then.
Yeah, when that happens, I'll think about it. You said your dad was involved in the Manhattan Project, right?
Yeah?
And you think that's why you can't walk?
I don't know. Actually, you know, probably not. So far, nobody's found evidence that exposure to radiation in parents causes genetic defects in children, except for those exposed in the womb. Epidemiologically speaking, anyway.
That's the conclusion of the Atomic Bomb Casualty Commission.
Right. The ABCC commenced its study immediately after the war, and it's still ongoing.
Even now, 30 years later.
The effects of radiation exposure last a long time. I'm guessing it'll be another 10 years before we get a real verdict on whether it affects genes. Granted, it's the most massive study anybody's ever done. But that's really all it is, a study. The ABCC brought in bomb victims and ran tests on them, but they didn't treat them.
Really? Them too, huh?
At any rate, that's what my father made me believe when I was growing up.
Maybe it was tough for your dad to explain. Ever think of that?
Yeah, maybe. But this is my problem now, Snake. I have to face the nukes head on, whether I like it or not. My creations are being used for the wrong purposes. The onus is on me to stop it somehow. Help me, Snake. Hey, as long as I'm here at Mother Base, why not assign me to the R&D team? You could use a guy like me.
Glad to have you on board. I'm sure Kaz is, too.
Once I've got the necessary materials and design specs together, I should be able to start building you that bipedal weapon platform. Nothing would make me happier than for my research to help put a stop to Peace Walker.
Alright, let's talk to him about the Cold War and the nuclear arms race.
Doc, I'm starting to sense your feelings about nukes are a little different from your colleagues.
How do you mean?
Your little chat with Coldman back there.
I told you my father worked on the Manhattan Project, right? You're familiar with it?
The basics, yeah. It was the project that kicked off the nuclear age.
That's right. Some of the finest minds of the 20th century, including multiple Nobel Prize winners, worked on it. They spent over $2 billion, and that's in 1940s money. It culminated in the successful nuclear test at Alamogordo on July 16th, 1945.
And the first use in combat a few weeks later. Doc?
I can't walk.
What?
My spine isn't shaped like everybody else's. I can't move my lower body, so I've never taken a single step, not since I was born.
What's that got to do with your dad being in the Manhattan Project?
As a result of his research, my father was exposed to high doses of radiation. It can't be a coincidence that my chromosomes are messed up. That's why I didn't want for these nukes to be another sword of Damocles. I wanted to give them a real purpose, to be a deterrent against war.
Doc.
And Coldman, we have to stop him, whatever it takes. August 6th, 1945, Hiroshima. August 9, Nagasaki.
The atom bomb attacks on Japan.
My father was married to his work. I don't have a single memory of going places or doing stuff with him on weekends. But even as a kid, I knew on some level that it was for his family. I respected him. My mother used to tell me all the time, "Your father is a brilliant scientist. He saved countless American boys from death. You should be proud of him."
Yeah. You could say the war ended because of those bombs.
When I was in the 5th grade, a Japanese student transferred to our class. She showed me photos of Hiroshima after the bomb. I couldn't believe my eyes. A city of over 350,000 people reduced to a scorch mark on the ground by a single atomic bomb. Houses blown off their foundations, burned to ashes. The only things left standing were the skeletons of steel-framed buildings. And it wasn't just the buildings. Blackened corpses on the side of the road. Survivors covered head to toe in severe burns. Within a few months, over 70,000 had died in Nagasaki, twice that in Hiroshima. For years after that, I couldn't talk to my father. Couldn't even stand to look at his face.
I know how you feel, Doc. But your father's your father.
If he hadn't worked on that project, my body wouldn't be like this. I could be researching something else. I could have lived a normal life. It wasn't so long ago the world stood on the brink of nuclear war.
Just over on the other side of the Caribbean.
I was 17 at the time. I'd skipped a few grades and was a sophomore at MIT. I remember feeling kind of apathetic about the news that came in every day. It seemed clear to me that as long as they had a grasp of the concept of nuclear deterrence, there was nothing to fear.
Either that, or they were fanning that fear on purpose.
As a way to secure a bigger defense budget? Huh, I can see that. But if that was their plan, it kind of backfired.
Because it ushered in the era of détente between East and West.
Coldman's really gonna do it this time. Once the nuclear genie is out of the bottle, the yoke of deterrence is going to be meaningless. People will die. Cities will burn. We have to stop him now before it's too late to turn back.
So you've been doing nuclear research your whole life?
No, not really. At first I wanted to be an aerospace engineer. For me, the Sputnik launch was a good shock, not a bad one. I thought the age when science was used for war was over, and that a glorious age of space exploration was dawning. The year I skipped ahead and got into MIT, Gagarin went into orbit, which made me more excited than ever. Of course, even back then, I knew the space race was just another facet of the Cold War.
Moscow had a leg up on us, and we were desperate to catch up.
I know. But for me, it was a happy time. I joined NASA, got to do the kind of research I loved. Our nation's prestige hinged on our work. They gave us whatever resources we asked for. I knew you could turn a rocket into an ICBM by fitting it with a nuclear warhead, but that didn't bother me so much. It didn't last long, though. The space and nuclear arms races took up enormous sums of money. America beat Russia to the moon, but that's where it ended.
Then came détente.
Exactly. NASA's budget was slashed as a result. My father being a nuclear expert and all, they put me to work on a more obvious deterrent: missiles. At NASA, I'd been researching a locomotion system for lunar exploration. Tires aren't suited to driving around on the moon, you know. And that's how I caught Coldman's eye. Let's speak in hypotheticals for a minute. Say you wanted to make a clone of yourself.
A clone? Paramedic had the same idea. It's science fiction.
I'm just hypothesizing here. Okay, not a clone then. You have any kids?
Nope.
Wife?
I've never been tied down.
Okay then. So, we're still talking hypotheticals. Say you had a son who'd inherited your genes. Someone with the same combat abilities as you. Would you challenge him to a fight?
Not to sound cocky, but I wouldn't want to do that. No telling who'd survive.
I'll bet. You picked up on the Pupa 5000's combat patterns in seconds.
Only with your advice, Doc.
Well, if anybody could learn to do it just by listening, it'd be easy. But you're a born soldier. Yeah, you must have been born with genes geared for combat. Soldier genes, if you will.
Genes geared for combat. I don't care how advanced their research is. You can't blame genes for everything.
Blame genes? You think it's funny?
What?
You think genes have nothing to do with this body I was born with?
I don't know.
Look, that fear of facing someone of equal ability in combat, imagine that on a strategic scale. That's the concept of nuclear deterrence. The idea is, when all sides are armed with the destructive power of nuclear weapons, they'll avoid nuclear war in order to prevent mutual annihilation.
Doesn't sound all that sophisticated to me.
Exactly. It's so simple in principle. But because it's so simple, whether or not it works properly depends on the people involved. In that sense, what we're looking at now is a malfunction in deterrence theory.
Coldman.
You got it. Please, Snake, don't let deterrence die.
Alright, so it's kind of weird how he was talking about if he faced his clone, there's no telling who would win. I think I know who won that fight, Big Boss, but I guess that fight was kind of one-sided. Alright, so this is another one of those pretty simple extra op missions. We gotta go... Oh, it's this guy in front of me that saw me. I thought that was the guy next to me that saw me. It's just that jabroni. He took a little nap right there. But the reason why I kind of say that that fight between Big Boss and Solid Snake, the clone that did face him and defeated him. Let's get that classified document spec. It's that classified document. That's for that M37 shotgun. But the reason why I do say that battle between Big Boss and Solid Snake was kind of one-sided is because when Solid Snake fought Big Boss in Outer Heaven, that was 1995. Big Boss was born in 1935. Solid Snake was born in 1972. So Big Boss was damn 60 in the Outer Haven Uprising when he fought Solid Snake for the first time. So the age difference there, even though Big Boss is my favorite.
Helicopter is complete.
Even though Big Boss is my favorite Metal Gear character.
Confirmed onboard helicopter.
Alright, relax, Miller. I'm trying to talk here, man.
Nice. Now we've got to recover those supplies. Hurry.
We're under attack!
That just went terribly, man. I was supposed to take him out before I damn detonated the C4, but I'm such an idiot. I'm really an idiot. I wasn't going to get the S rank because I was sitting
now
here
get over to the goal.
taking my time collecting everybody. But it doesn't matter. Let's get to the goal and let's end this mission. We did everything we could. We got the item. We got those specs. Mission's done. It's not going to be S rank, definitely.
Hey, that was great. Can't wait to see what else you can do.
Alright, so yeah, we got that one alert phase. We didn't take too long, but I feel that it was long enough that I wouldn't have gotten the S rank even if I didn't get that alert phase. Alright, so like I was saying, that fight between Big Boss and Solid Snake was too damn one-sided. Solid Snake was born in 72 after the Les Enfants Terribles project, and Big Boss was born in 1935. And I do feel like Big Boss is the better of the two. He is definitely my favorite, and I feel like he'd be the better fighter between the two. It's kind of a nerdy thing to think about, or who's the better video game character, but that's the way I think. Big Boss is better than Solid Snake, and Solid Snake was 23. He was born in 72. Outer Heaven Uprising was in 1995. Big Boss was born in 35, and it happened in 95. He was 60. Solid Snake was 23. We don't want to watch that. Just want to get those results. And we got those Kampf pistol design specs. So I do want to say those Kampf pistol design specs are what is going to be the best weapon for these outer op missions. Once you are able to get the necessary rank for your R&D team and your, I think, the intel team, and you're able to develop that, these outer ops become a whole lot easier because everybody uses this gun, and this gun is amazing. Alright, so we got all of our outer ops set up properly, and the last time I finished the mission and went into recruit, we didn't get any extra soldiers, because sometimes what will happen is you go into recruit and then it will say that there are no other soldiers in the area, so you won't be able to do the CQC mission and you won't be able to recruit any extra people. That is what happened to me last time, but we do got a few extra guys. I think they were in the brig or whatever, so let's get them set up. Got that 0-calorie soda, elite commando, supply soldier, and a medic. So let's get these guys set up. Got that medic, we got that supply soldier. Alright, so let's go into R&D, see what we can get right here. We got 107,000. We're gonna get that shotgun developed that we just got the specs for. M10 with a suppressor. I usually don't use that, but we'll get it developed anyway. That PKM is very good for AI boss fights. Let's see what other items we can get. I think I want to get that ration. We don't have enough. Let's get that curry going. 0-calorie soda. I kind of want to get that too. Can we get both? No, we can't. We don't have enough. All right, so that's all we have enough for. I'm gonna go into recruit, see if we can get some dudes, and I'll see y'all in the mission selection screen.